Hello and welcome back to another episode of Opus Magnum on the HogPlay channel. Abrasive particles, that sounds like something you would put into toothpaste. Celestial observatories came into fashion among the great houses once it became possible to produce large amounts of purified glass. Oh, it's to polish, okay, for lenses. The observatories were impressive in their size and magnification, which really polishing lenses is essentially the same as brushing your teeth. And magnification ability, though they were also remarkably sensitive, and the slightest scratch on the surface, this is why I just don't polish them, of the lens could ruin the image, or worse, be mistaken for a new celestial body by an over-eager astronomer. Yeah, that actually happened. This mysterious planet X or something, there was one observatory that was cleaned regularly, and its data was added to the other ones which were not cleaned. So the astronomers crunched the numbers, averaged everything, and came up with weird observations, and they couldn't explain it, because when they point where there should be a planet, there was no planet. And then at some point they found out that they just were over eager to have a clean observatory, and thereby essentially always messing up the adjustment of the telescope. And once they removed that data from that particular telescope, everything else made sense. So, yeah, don't clean anything if you don't have to. You'll just ruin it. Unless it's your house and you like it clean, that's a different thing. The lens of the observatory at House Zoria was the first to be made with a surface polished by minute particles rubbed over its surface, which removes imperfections by the application of friction. Of course, to achieve this I don't think that works like that. Do you do that? I think you make them already in the shape you want them, and then you never touch them again. Of course, to achieve this on so large a lens, a vast quantity of abrasive polishing powder was needed, and several production engines were created to manufacture it. We are thankful that the significant cost, no doubt, associated with this process was more than matched by the House Zoria's continuing dedication to the advancement of science. Okay. I think for very large lenses, they get glass. Oh no, that's for a parabola shape. Yeah, you have a pool of glass that you spin, and that makes a parabola shape, and then you just spin it in constant speed for an incredible amount of time and just let it cool that way. Product reagents. So we disassemble this thing, we get this thing, metallic cinnabar, abrasive particles, iron into what? Gold. Is that gold? Oh right, we can promote it with a promotion thingy. Yeah, that thing. So there are 3 promotions in here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. 3 is exactly enough. So we disassemble this shape. Yeah, and that we can assemble directly. Let me just throw everything in here. order won't matter. Well, order will matter a little bit. We should start with the salt, and the rest will not matter, because if one of these salts sits here and we try to move a salt through the center, that won't do. Because as soon, and we can't rotate in also. Well, we could if there's only one salt. So anyways, we start with the salt here. And in the end we grab the gold. So this one just assembles. Which means that we have to do all of our disassembling in here. We can rotate out like that, or no, there's no or. I was hoping we could rotate out like that. We just waste one space. Wasting one space isn't that bad. Okay. So we grab it, we rotate out of the supplier thing, and then we should be able to spin. Yeah. Okay. So we're starting to rotate out here. So what do we want to disassemble? Okay. Stop, because I need to look at this. So the atom is here. When I cut out this one, if we start to cut this out, we end up with a structure that no longer holds, right? So we need to be sure that there's no connection here. This just cuts that connection. Now wait, we just have to be smart when rotating this out. That's the ticket. Being smart is the ticket. Okay. All right. And now we separate this part. Yeah, when we rotate, we separated the next part. So right here, we'll have to grab that. Arm 1 probably needs to be replaced, because at some point I'll just have to extend in here to make the last cut. Let's grab all of the instructions up here, remove this arm. Yeah. For these, so we have two things. If it is If it's salt, we just throw it into here. If it isn't salt, we have to store it first. So actually, I think we just throw it in here. If it's salt, we throw it in here. So that's just this arm. If salt, throw it in here. If not, we store it. Ooh. We can also promote in here directly. Probably not, though. Probably not. But this might be good enough at some later point. Which means that we can store 3 of them up here. Just grab and store. So the first one isn't, so we grab, rotate, and store. 2 grabs, rotates, and stores. Grab, rotate, and actually push it back by 2. Reset. So it's now stored. Can go immediately to the next one, which will not be stored. So that one drops. Just drop it in like that. And then go for a reset. I kind of want the drop instruction because it'll be... Last time I learned that I need to see where it was dropped, because I know on the next beat it will be on the other side. And I mixed dropping and reset, which confused me slightly, so I'll just do that instead. So 3 grabs. 180 degree flip, extend, and drop it. It's not important down here, it's just where the 2 is passing it over. Okay. Dropping it, so we are going to rotate again, which now makes this another... Wait, this should be a rotate, not a pivot. So everything moves back by 1. Okay, so that's another one that we store. What's it called? This element here, Quicksilver, right? Quicksilver. Okay, so that one's getting stored, and we pivot again. So the next one is a salt again. The final salt will be interesting. Because right now no one can get to it. No biggie though. This arm can get to it. Okay, I'm getting distracted. This was stored, so the next one, which is on now, gets picked up, is rotated, and dropped. Which means on the next beat, 3 will pick it up. First, pick it up, rotate twice, and then just reset. Yeah, pivot. So the next one is also to be stored. Just noticing this one's mixed up. Next one is to be stored. So we just we grab it, rotate out, and now it's stored. Then we rotate this again. This now is a salt. Yeah, now something's off, because that's no longer correct. Okay. I have to look at it. Oh yeah, this arm... Okay, let's just remove it. That makes... Yeah. We'll have trouble later. Right. Is that like the second thing that happened? What? Yeah, you were supposed to turn. Oh, you only turn once, I see. But didn't it work before? Or did it just work in my mind? So that's a salt now. This one's to be stored. Right. Right. I need to store this in a different place because I have to move forward and pivot back. Or when did this spawn? Can I pivot back at an earlier time? Probably not. No, because it's a pivot forward that's necessary to split the remaining two. So the last store, which one was store? God, this is programming without functions, without subfunction, without naming. It's really hard, man. Okay, so we definitely dropped one here. So that one was a salt. So this one was a store, but it was a store with an extent, so it's not the final store. And that was a salt, so this one is a store. And so we need to rotate twice for this store, just to have this one cleaned. And then after this is stored, this one extends and pivots back, which leaves an oxygen up here, but you can't do it differently, and gold in hand. And then we go back twice, and it's not an oxygen, it's a salt. Go back twice, so we have it here. Now we have to move the salt someplace. This position was kind of... So in here it was in the way, but that position was free all the time. So we can move forward by one. I wonder when. When can we get into position? Yeah, from this moment on, no one's in the way, so we can move and see that we can get up here, I think. And I forgot the position. It was roughly here. Okay. Has to be after one rotation, so it's probably this one. Yeah, it's after this rotation. And rotation, I mean pivoting. 4, extend by 1, and, well, move by 1. Extend by 1, is that right? and turn to the left. Is that in the way in any form? No, it's all good. Okay, right here, 4 can grab it. On the next speed it can rotate to the right. Right here, 4 grab, rotate to the right, and that's it, just reset. Oh, that was 1 too early. Something was missed here. Okay, perfect. So that one was dumped, which is a transition. So actually, oh no, Control Z. Just this one. I just want to have the transition explicit and then you can reset. Okay. So explicit is so it comes up back here. So now 3 grabs it and goes rotate, rotate. And reset. And arm 2 now goes in reverse order, grabs all of these, promotes that one. Okay. 2 has been... Why does 2 reset at that moment? What was the last job of 2? It would just store, right? So yeah, that one, yeah, no, just, so you just stay up here. After the first retract, you can start coming back, extend, lose it, retract, go back, extend, grab it, go back, turn left, extend, lose it, go back, go right, extend, extend. So now that's the final one, grab it, back, back, it's here now, 1 left, extend, reset, you're done. No, you're not done. You're not done. You are not done. You lose this one. Go 1 to the front and grab the gold now. Go back, turn left. And drop it. This is the transition point. So let's make this an explicit drop and then reset. And arm 1, this point you actually let go and reset. You don't need that anymore. So now the gold has transitioned. Oh. Bad news, I can turn with the gold in hand. So actually 3, you need to cache one of the... You can't place it down. Instead what you do is you turn right and reset. So the final atom is here. That allows us, when the gold is transitioned, to grab the gold. Otherwise it would be here, so we can't rotate through here. The salt, that is. 1, 2, 3. Now it's here, and just reset, and then actually no, let go. 1, 2. Pick it up. 3, so we're here now. 1, 2. We're here now. Drop it. Go one further to this point, pick it up, extend, reset. Reset everything, we're done. That should do it. Let's see. Yep, we did it. Beautiful. Well, it's beautiful to me. You're beautiful to me. Yeah, and what did we... That's... oh yeah, it's polishing. A polishing thingy. But you need this for astronomy, you see. Neil deGrasse Tyson needs this. Neil deGrasse Tyson has a small wooden box that can produce on demand polishing product. Don't know if it's a fluid or not. Polishing product for all of the astronomical lenses. Return to main menu. No, to, yeah. Right. And that's how you make abrasive particles. I wonder what the next one is. Eye drops for revelation. That sounds ominous. I'm essentially, it's a drug, right? It's if you get opium into your pupils, they expand. So you probably get too much light, which results in some form of revelation or other. You occasionally get a form of opium for clinical purposes. If something's done to your eyes or someone has to look into your pupils, then they occasionally need to get more light in there, or they need widened pupils for something, for some measurement. So they're gonna give you opium, essentially, just... so that might be related to that. I'm looking forward to reading what it actually does. Thank you so much for watching. See you all next time. Bye.